Going to do a little introduction this morning with both puppies in here with the sheep. They haven't done that before. I'm probably not going to be able to hear them talk about a lot of this, so I'll probably have to do it with you later. The sheep are over there where they're used to being, and both dogs have seen them just briefly. I have a flake of hay there. I'm going to carry the flake of hay where the sheep are, which will anchor the sheep like Velcro to the piece of hay. So then I can walk with the sheep and move the sheep. The puppies are going to move however they move, but the sheep are going to be Velcro to my piece of hay. So I can walk in with them. If the puppies lose their minds, I can walk back out with them. I'm working in a small enough area that I can step in front of a pup as I need to, which I probably will need to in this circumstance because it's the morning. They just saw me. They're excited. They're silly. They're kids. And so they're doing what kids should do. So I have a long line in my back pocket. I don't have harnesses on them because I don't think I'll need them, and I can use the long line to get them out of here or use the hay to move the sheep away. I can mediate this without having them wear harnesses in this situation. And if I don't have harnesses on them, it gives them more of a sense of independence and trust on my part, so I don't have any trouble using harnesses if I need them. But if I don't need them, I'm just going to err this direction with these puppies on this day, and we'll see if I'm right or I'm wrong. If I'm right, then the puppies will be able to handle the task. If I'm wrong, the puppies will be too fast and speedy, the sheep will get upset, and I will know that I took too big a step and I need to back up, put harnesses on long lines, one sheep at a time, one dog at a time, whatever. So I'm going to step in, ask the question, and make adjustments based on what the animals tell me. So I'm going to go get my sheepies, and they don't know this is happening at all. This is going to be a big surprise. Hello, little dog. I have a surprise. I know. Positive association being around the sheep, but I'm also just bringing their brains off of the stimulus of the sheep, which is something new and harder to handle than the predictable stimulus of me with my treat pouch. So that was just kind of an emotional reset. They're doing fine, but they're puppies and they're busy. That's marvelous. Cash is leaving. He's going to go get a drink. He's going to go lie down in the shade. What's he going to do? You are a very good dog. Cash is a really mindful pup. He sized it up. He decided this wasn't all that hard, and he's going to go sleep in the shade, right out of the view of the camera, so sorry about that. Sasha's very social. She's hanging out with me, so I'm more interesting than the sheep until that moment, and she's going to go sleep in the shade with Cash, which is wonderful. I want these new livestock introductions to be kind of a non-thing. I mean, they've been living next to the sheep for a couple of days now. They know it. They know sheep yell all the time and move all around, and they don't care very much anymore. So I'll give them a few minutes like this, and then I'm going to shut the camera off and I'm going to walk out into the big pasture that these guys are used to living in, because that pasture has a bunch of stuff that the sheep can nibble on and graze on. which is going to anchor them differently because they'll put their heads down and eat, but they'll disperse and they'll move and they'll shop around looking for tastier things instead of focusing only on my alfalfa. So they won't move quite as predictably. I'll have a harder time. This is all I have. Getting my dogs back if I need to. But I've been doing a lot of work with these guys and I have a lot of relationship with them, and I think that this will work okay. But if not, I have my long line. I have all kinds of safety things. Cash is just out of the camera, sitting in the middle of the water trough. It's too hot, huh? And part of the reason that this little introduction is being done now and not this evening when I'm more comfortable is that hot dogs are slow dogs and hot sheep are slow sheep. So to use my environment to its fullest advantage. So I'm going to shut off the camera and see about moving the sheep to the second little leg of my experiment, and we'll see how that goes. So now I have the sheep out in the field where the pups often spend a lot of time, and they're doing really well. The sheep just walked out here. The puppies walked in with them and hung out with them a little bit, moved them around, sniffed at them, moved a little quickly, but the sheep didn't care. And what that says to me is that the sheep don't feel threatened by that. So puppies moving fast does not necessarily have the same intent as puppies that are going to harass the sheep. And the livestock always knows the answer to that question. So if pups are moving slowly and my sheep look worried, I know that I need to do something different. If the pups are moving fast and the sheep don't care, then I know that the sheep have a read on it. And so it's always what the animals tell me, what the livestock tells me, and what the dogs tell me. So both pups went out into the bigger pasture and are going to the bathroom and moving around. So they haven't been out here tonight. So the sheep are here, that's fine. But now they're off doing their work, doing a perimeter check and looking around, and they will come back in a few minutes and check out the circumstance of the sheep being here. So I'm just going to turn off the camera and stand here and wait for them to come back and show me what else they're going to do. So the puppies are just returning from their perimeter check inbound. They were at a canter. They just slowed way down, which is really nice. Neither of them seem sure that the sheep have to be any big deal, which is wonderful. It means that I gave them time to figure out what a sheep is before I put them in this position. You want to come out here with me and walk around a little bit? Hi, Cash. Would you like a snack? Hi. You're doing such a nice job. Come here, you want a cookie? Hi. Sasha, are you around? Hi, honey. Would you like a snack? Yeah? What do you think about this morning? Not very hard, is it? I know, any self-respecting Maremma could do this, right? Even a baby Maremma. Even a baby Maremma, huh? That's really nice. So I'm going to walk away and back towards these sheep with them a little bit and just see how mindful they are about this. So good. That's a nice dog. You're great dogs. Yes, you are. So they're feeling playful, but they're being playful with each other and not the sheep, which is yet again one of the reasons that I believe in raising pairs of dogs and not asking a single pup who wants to play to come out here and elect not to play with a sheep. Who would? If there's nobody to play with, the sheep's going to get played with. Makes perfect sense to me. Huh. Do you care about any of this? You just don't, do you? Oh, you don't get to shop. Good girl, Sasha. You don't get to shop in my pouch. This is a gift, not something stolen. Well, not getting a lot of action from my dogs, which is perfect. Boring training sessions are just the ticket. We'll do something else. Good boy. Nice. Nice job. Very nice job. Very nice job. So I'm giving these dogs a lot that is reinforcing in the presence of the sheep that isn't the sheep. So they don't have to look for entertainment with the sheep. They don't have to wonder whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. If I'm here and they're getting paid, then it's a good thing. And we're waiting for them to just just settle down just a little bit, and then we'll move farther out in the pasture, because what's going to happen is the sheep are going to walk off because they're going to have eaten all this hay. And then we'll see what the puppies think about sheep just wandering around their pasture and spreading out. So instead of this nice little lump of sheep, there may be, you know, sheep all over the place with 20 feet in between them. They'll have a choice about how to approach each sheep, how fast, which one's more interesting, which one's more fun. This little sheep is faster, zippier, so sometimes she's problematic for me in these things. So she might be, if they have trouble being around the sheep, she'll be the one probably. And when that happens, if that happens, then that's the end of our session, and that's what we get. So I'm going to shut the camera off and pick it up when the sheep start walking off a little bit. Good boy. Nice, Cash. Alright, the sheep have started to disperse around here a little bit. These dogs are fascinated enough with me that they're watching me, which is okay, but I'd like to leave, and I want to be sure that I know what they're going to do when I'm gone. So, give them a few more minutes to think about that. Go find a sheep with girl Sasha. So my pouch is around at my back, my arms are crossed, I'm moving around. That's all saying to the dogs, the lunch bar's closed. This isn't about me. They'll do something else. And if they were more mature dogs, they would know this. If I'd had more training time with them, I would give them a verbal cue, which is let's go, which is get out of my way and go to work. But that's an early cue for these guys, and I also wouldn't give them a verbal cue right now in this new situation, because it's a lot to think about. You may think that they don't know the sheep are here, but they do. So I've got one dog in front of me, Mandy. She thinks I'm just not really paying attention and I should feed her, but I'm not going to feed her because that's not what we're doing. Cash went off and went to work. I didn't speak to him and tell him he was wonderful because it would have pulled his brain back to me. So he left me, investigated them. Sasha's sleeping in the shade. He's going to sleep in the shade. That's perfect behavior. It's early enough. I don't want to assume that that's all they've got for me today. But I think what I'll do is go spy from a distance and see what they're ready for, because I kind of think that they will follow these sheep around their little pasture today. The sheep are not going to move quickly because their noses are going to be down nibbling, and they don't have really great stuff to eat, so they're going to be searching around for better things and better things. So they're just going to kind of keep moving fairly slowly and predictably. I've locked them out of the small spaces so the dogs can't run them in corners very well. I'm going to be where from my house while I'm doing other things I can see most of this pasture, so I'll know what's going on. They've never seen the sheep be out here in this field. They've never seen the sheep be out in a field that I know of. So this is interesting. But they've been pet dogs for longer than they've been working dogs. This is a bit of a transition. You know that they're here. You care that they're here. Darling. So I like that they feel that investigating the pet dog is more reinforcing than harassing sheep, that keeping an eye on me is more reinforcing than harassing sheep. This is all really good behavior from these guys. It's requiring minimal supervision on my part. I'm being extra cautious. More than I need to, obviously, with these two dogs so far, but I love extra cautious. So that's where we'll leave it for now.